Hello everybody. So we are going to be talking about biomes and aquatic ecosystems. Now this presentation over biomes and aquatic ecosystems was a student-made presentation that is over 90 slides long. We will be discussing the information on this presentation one biome at a time. So when we are talking about biomes, we are talking about a large geographic area that is similar climate, flora, and fauna. Flora meaning plant, and fauna meaning animals. Now when we are talking about biomes and identifying different types of biomes, we are identifying them on four main criteria. Climate, which is the average temperature and rainfall or weather patterns over a long period of time. We will also be talking about their proximity to the equator. This is how close the biome is to the equator. We will also be talking about the different plants and animals that are found in these different biomes and some interesting facts. Now when we discuss biomes, don't be confused and get it mixed up with ecosystems. Ecosystems are much smaller and they are a community of organisms in their abiotic environment. And we will be discussing this more on future slides. The first biome that we will be discussing is the temperate deciduous forest. Now deciduous, or deciduate, means to fall off. So deciduous trees will shed their leaves to save water during the winter or the dry season. The average rainfall for this biome is going to be roughly 75 to 125 centimeters, which is a moderate amount of rainfall. The average temperature in this biome for the summer is going to be an average of 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Now the temperature can get a little bit above or a little bit below this temperature, but 82 degrees Fahrenheit is the average. Now in the winter in a temperate deciduous forest, the average is going to be 43 degrees Fahrenheit. And again, it can get a little bit above or a little bit below this temperature. The last thing about this biome's climate is that it's the only biome that has all four seasons, which makes it different from all the other biomes we will be discussing. So now we are going to be looking at a map to see where temperate deciduous forests can be found around the world. As indicated by this dark green color, temperate deciduous forests can be found in North America, Europe, a little bit of Asia, and some in Australia. If we look over here, there is a star on the map. This star indicates where Georgia is located. So this means that we all live in a temperate deciduous forest. Also, if you look down in the center of our map, there is a dotted line that goes through the center. This indicates our equator. So our temperate deciduous forests can be located a little bit above and a little bit below our equator in what we call the temperate zone. So because we live in a temperate deciduous forest, we can kind of go through these plants a little bit quicker since most of you might have seen these before. Plants that can be located in this biome include shrubs, grasses, pine trees, ferns, dogwood trees, some hardwood trees such as oak and maple trees, and even some different kinds of mosses. So we're also going to be looking at the many different types of animals that can be found here in a temperate deciduous forest. If you are a hunter, you probably like hunting deer in this area. There can also be squirrels and rabbits, as well as many different types of insects. There are a variety of different fish, as well as cows. We can also see different types of snakes, both venomous and non-venomous, both in Georgia and temperate deciduous forests. There are also many different species of bird. We can also find bears in this biome, but be careful because there are only brown and black bears in a temperate deciduous forest. We will not see any grizzly bears in this area. It is important to note that there are environmental issues that come up in a temperate deciduous forest. In this area, there can be instances of overgrazing due to animals such as deer. Now this is why we have a hunting season to help control the population of deer and help with some of these issues of overgrazing. There is also an issue that humans bring about to a temperate deciduous forest. As populations get bigger and bigger, new roads and towns and railroads are getting built, and it is destroying some of the trees in the land. So when we get rid of or kill off a bunch of trees in one area, this is called deforestation. So now we are going to begin taking our Frayer model notes. A Frayer model note is going to be an easy way for you to organize all of your information. So as you can see here right in the center, this is where your title is going to go, or your name of your biome. Since this is your first biome, our title should be Temperate Deciduous Forest. Now our Frayer model is broken up into 4 different quadrants. These quadrants are where we're going to put our 4 different criteria for our biome. As you can see in this top left quadrant, this is where we're going to put information about the location of our biome. In this right top quadrant, we're going to be putting our information about climate. This lower left quadrant will be your flora or plants, and your fauna or animals. And in this last lower quadrant here on the right is going to be all of our interesting facts. Now go ahead and take a few minutes to fill out your Frayer model notes before moving on.